what I find interesting, Dan, is that we have vastly different stories.
Okay.
I think we have very similar interests when it comes to business.
Yes.
Uh, I think I'm a little less relatable when it comes to
Oh, okay.
like
I thought you meant as a person. I was like, yes, yes.
oh yeah, no, like my story, my professional story, right? The story of my profession. I never really had a job. I always kind of it's very unusual.
You also had a very unique circumstance. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Right.
Should we quickly go through yours or just skip it?
No,
Okay.
I don't think it's
Okay.
basically like I fell into a business. It worked out for
Yeah.
me, and I continue to grow it and never look back. And I don't think many people can relate to that because then people will quickly say, "Oh, well, I'm different because I didn't start when I was in high school."
True.
Where your story,
Uh-huh.
you high school graduated, went to college. I think you had good grades in college.
Phenomenal.
Graduated with an MBA and Master in Business.
I'll try to go through it super quick.
Sure.
I went to school for criminal justice, took all the tests except for NYPD. They only paid $30,000. I wasn't going to go risk my life for NYPD at that time for $34K. I got 90 pluses on the test, didn't get called back, whatever. Went back to school to be an accountant, ended up in finance, got an MBA in finance, took a really squirrely road, and I ended up working as a financial advisor for E-Trade.
Gotcha. So, okay, great. So you graduated on time from high school.
Yep.
You did probably a little bit more schooling than a typical finance bro.
Yep.
Right, because they're going to go right into finance. You do criminal justice first.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you graduated with your first degree in criminal justice?
This is straight out of, so 4 years.
4 years.
So 21 to 22.
Okay. And then how long did you have to go back to get your...
I took probably a year off. Not off. I was working the whole time. I always worked.
And trying to get called for a police job?
Trying to get called for a police job and just working, like, just always doing stuff. Like, I worked construction.
That was in CVS times?
I did both at the same time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I just did a bunch of different things. I worked for Prudential Life Insurance. Hated that.
Life insurance after criminal justice school?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess anyone could do it.
I worked for I worked for a firm that's basically like cold calling, like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like they would say, memorize the script, and then they'd come and be like, stand on the desk and yell at me.
That's awesome.
And I'd have to stand on the desk and sell them. It was insane. And if you know anything about me, I'm the shyest person in the world.
I would think that was so fun.
All the people. This is probably where it's funny.
So you're 2021.
Hold on, you guys.
And you're selling life insurance and screaming.
No. That was different. That was stocks. That was stocks.
Okay.
That was stocks. Everyone, all the bigwigs. So the people like me would come in, suit, tie.
But this is
6
before finance.
This was right after I graduated.
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, you're in school still. Okay, my bad.
So, but you sold life insurance before you went.
No, after I graduated.
From finance.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So you graduated from criminal justice. You were 2021. Mm-hmm. You took a year off of college. You are working, blue collar work. And then what makes you go, okay, criminal justice is not working out for me. I want to go back for MBA.
I had an interesting moment in my life where up until that moment, I was just trying to get by.
Okay.
My goal. So originally I went to school. I was signed up for auto tech school. I just wanted.
Oh, I think I knew that.
Yeah. My family's very blue collar, pension guaranteed life.
Right.
So I was that, and they grew me. Those little groomers grew me. I was like, get a job, make $100K. $100K is enough. Never shoot for more. Guaranteed. Like the job, you don't get fired from those jobs.
Right.
And your pension locks you in. Defined benefit.
Sure.
Not defined. You know the difference, right? And then I had a moment. I'm like, okay, but Dan, they took you out of school twice a week growing up to go to the special school, Project Extra, do all the high level stuff. Dan, you're getting very good grades without studying.
Oh, you went to high levels. You went to like gifted and talented.
Yes. They took us out of school and they bussed us to do special stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like island stuff, island boys?
Not island boy stuff.
I'm just asking.
It's actually the best way for people to learn. It's all critical thinking.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I have very opposite experience. But go
Yes.
ahead.
Anyway, so there was a moment where I was like, oh, I got A's in everything, and I would never go to school. I'd
Right.
never do anything.
Right.
I've never read a book.
Okay.
And there was a moment where I was like, instead of taking pride on not trying and just getting by, let's try to shoot for something more. So I was like, I'm going to go to back to school for finance, and that seems to suit me more.
Do you know what triggered that thought? Was it just the time that no one's calling you back? You're getting frustrated. You're busting your ass. Like,
it was a while ago because I'm old now.
True.
If I was to guess, I think it was just a moment of like looking around at people and being like, life's really short, and I don't want to spend my life. Not that there's anything wrong with doing these jobs.
Sure.
But I wasn't ultra passionate about becoming a police officer.
Right.
At a time I was. I really wanted to help people, and
there wasn't that aha moment. It just kind of naturally.
I just felt like I should be pushing higher.
Okay. And you didn't feel that way while you were going to criminal justice school?
No, I was very much just scraping by, like applying myself to no extent.
Gotcha. That kind of speaks to like a little bit of like making you make such big decisions as a young person and like signing up for all this school. Like
it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
And you weren't like a victim, whatever, of your circumstances. Like you just expanded your mind as a 20, 21-year-old kid and realized what you actually want in life. So it's like you just need a little more life experience to really realize what you want. So many people sink themselves into debt and like this crazy schooling, and of course they're not going to know what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't want to say I have any regrets because I really like where I'm at right now.
Sure,
which is not good. This is a crazy spot that I'm in.
This is awesome, man.
But so you like the whole butterfly effect, right? If I would have changed something, maybe I wouldn't be here. I'm cool with that. But I don't want to blame my parents.
Oh boy.
But they never pushed me once.
Right.
Not even once. I think a lot of it was my brother's special needs, and I was gifted. So it was very easy to be like, my mom tells me a story. She's like, once third grade hit, you were smarter than me. So you were good. I didn't need, I couldn't help you with the homework.
Right.
And my brother still has a fourth grade education level, reading level, math level. So it was always, let's help him. And I get it. I'm not mad about it, but it's to some extent, nobody ever pushed me. Sports, I never pushed. I played ice hockey, was never pushed to do better. I never was pushed. And in school, that's kind of what I think it's missing a little bit. Can you remember a time in high school where, other than maybe a sports coach, because those tend to have a little more influence, where a teacher like explained, maybe you can't be whatever you want to be because we all have limitations, but you can do some awesome things if you really work hard.
I mean, I'm the worst at that kind of stuff because I just was terrible about everything in school.
Okay.
Grades, behavior, everything. So I can't relate to it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then why do you work so hard? And when did that happen?
Well, that's like a whole different story.
Okay, maybe we don't.
Yeah, we don't. That's a long
story. Fair.
But yeah, okay, that makes sense. You have to kind of pave your own way. You have to kind of figure it out yourself, and it makes sense, right? You went to school. You had to go through that to figure out where you want to be because no one led you in the directions that probably you should have been pushed towards, right? In a more established family where they understand education, they understand like, oh, gifted and talented, let's push this kid so he gets into a really big school and we could really push his limits.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something you would do for your kids now, and you can pinpoint what they're good at.
Sort of, yes.
So that's fine. All right. So that
we're also at very different spots.
For sure.
My dad's an immigrant. He came here. He doesn't still doesn't speak English.
Right. So my dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom, which is amazing.
Right. All right. Cool. So then that happened. Just regular development. You're going through life. Now you say, listen, there's no ceiling on finance. There's no ceiling on going for that. I'm going to go back to school. So you made a 2-year commitment to go back to school for this?
It's probably a little less, because I would do summer and winter.
So then you said, I'm going to pay for this out of pocket. I'm going to
Well, loans.
whatever, but you're willing to put yourself in debt to
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
get to there.
Yeah, and they ain't getting that back.
So you finally you finally graduate from there, and
Yeah.
all along that you're working blue collar as you're going to school.
Both.
You got a gig?
Working at CVS as a manager, probably 20 to 30 hours a week, and then doing construction on the side.
Right.
And you're gonna make fun of me,
Yeah.
but like also flipping stuff on eBay.
Nice, dude. I love that.
Like I remember one year I made an extra, it's not crazy, but I made an extra 10K on eBay.
Give me one item that you sold on eBay. Yeah.
This was so long ago.
The collectibles or like
no,
furniture?
no, it wasn't collectibles, it wasn't furniture. I would say it was probably electronics. Like you have an old phone that you would probably just trade in or throw away.
Yeah.
And somebody had, and I would say, hey, like you got this 5-year-old phone. Can I have it? What are you doing with it? They're like, oh, just take it.
Oh,
and I'd sell for $100.
So you were always on the hunt.
Yeah, I would just ask people for stuff that they don't want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Because people throw stuff out all the time.
That's me, number one person. I throw everything out.
That's it. And I'll take it. It takes me 5 minutes to post it. If it doesn't sell, whatever. Oh, Legos.
Legos.
Dude, I would go to freaking one of the cheap stores, TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
You can get Legos that are brand new for cheap, and they'll sell for like $30, $40 a
So
pop.
you were like putting it in eBay because now they have like the scan apps, right? Where you can
I wasn't doing it. I was go eBay, new, filter to new and sold.
Yeah.
And if it's sold for recently for a decent price, I'd buy it.
That's so funny.
It's not funny. It's
That's
insane.
awesome.
It's insane.
I love that.
It's insane.
That's so good.
It's crazy behavior.
But that's so much. But everyone can do that, right? If like someone's trying to get by, they can make a couple $100 here and there doing that stuff.
100%.
All right. So you graduate. So you rolled out of finance. You apply for a job as soon as you graduate, or did you have a job already?
It's all quirky. I'll give you the 30-second version or
Sure.
minute version. Local guy, certified financial planner, and enrolled agent, so tax, finance, everything.
Sure.
Worked for him for a while, very much part-time, all through school. So I already had a job through school, but it was very much like low paying.
Right. Intern stuff.
Yeah. And then I got into the crazy Wolf of Wall Street yelling thing, and then I went to Prudential. And then while I was working at Prudential, I was also working weekends doing electrical work with my dad on the new E-Trade building. And
what E-Trade building? In Garden City here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the general manager was in there, saw my CrossFit shoes on. And he's like, oh, you do CrossFit? And then CrossFitters love CrossFitters. We started talking.
Nice.
He asked what I was doing. I said, oh, I do this on the weekends, but I work for Prudential there, and I kind of hate it. And he's like, cool, interview. And then he hired me. And then Morgan Stanley bought E-Trade out and fired every single employee.
That's awesome. All right, so how long were you at E-Trade?
4 years.
Oh, you were there that long.
2018, 2019. And then 21, I think, we were all let go. So 3 to 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Wait, so where were you still working at that place when the gym was open?
I would wake up, do the morning class, coach, work all day from the gym in the office, and then coach every nighttime class.
Right, because you were remote. I forgot. You didn't have to
fully
go.
remote because of COVID.
Right. Oh, yeah, I do remember this now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, how long did you keep that up?
It wasn't long.
Long.
It was, I can tell you exactly how long it was. It was 4 months.
4 months. They finally let everyone go.
Every single person.
Originally worked for E-Trade. Does anything in your head at that moment where you go, oh, I should probably get another remote job while I'm working or trying to build this gym up?
Oh, hell no.
No, you were almost relieved.
Well, all right. So here's the thing.
And how many babies did you have back then? 0, right?
0. Well, okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, 2 things. One, well, you own the gym.
Sure.
I wasn't part of the gym yet.
Right.
So I was just working for you as a coach.
True.
You own the gym.
Right.
So I had no responsibilities. And I got fired from E-Trade, let go, whatever.
Right.
While I was on the phone, on the other line with HR, telling them my daughter was born that weekend. I was on hold with HR about to tell them, hey, I'm going to be out. And they were like, cool, you're fired.
Oh.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I got severance. So I go, and I made some money trading stocks. You know how much I hate that. I had some stock trading money sitting in the bank. I had severance, which was good. So I had enough money to probably live for 3 to 4 years. sorry, 2 to 3 years
Yeah.
if I was frugal,
Right.
which I am.
And your wife has a good job.
My wife has a great job.
Right.
Yes. But I had enough money to support myself.
Gotcha.
Right. Whatever. I wouldn't be living off her
Right.
with that money. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
All right. All right. So then, okay. So
I just want to share one thing that's kind of important because this is something I also was good enough with construction stuff where I was always like, I'll just work
sure
2 days a week, get an extra $200 a day, $400, $1,600 a month. That would cover my bills because of how like lean my life was. And I wouldn't care if I worked all day, every day. I always had that as a fallback where I never needed a job because I always had that skill.
So
and there's always a need for blue collar labor.
Building that skill, right? Building that skill is super important. So it's really cool that no one can ever take that from you, and you have that confidence to
Ain't going
make
anywhere.
decisions.
Ain't
right?
going anywhere.
That's awesome. All right, that's great. And so then you have the daughter, you have the gym, you have no real job per se,
right?
And then that's it. You're just all in on the gym.
Well, that's probably my only regret. I didn't go all in enough early enough.
But did you know how to? I know that's not a great excuse.
No,
but like with the knowledge you have now.
If I had the knowledge I had now back then, everything would be different.
Yeah, same, right?
Yeah,
same.
I thought it was, and this is where we disagree a little bit. I thought it was deliver a really good product to the customers and they will come.
Sure.
Build it and they will come. Not always true. Very industry dependent. Very also time dependent. CrossFit, 2015, 16, very much true.
Sure.
2021, 22, really not true.
For sure. And there's
you
also
need to market and sales and all that.
So that's super interesting. And now from that, you still have the gym. We work together almost daily at this point.
Yeah, it's actually wild.
We're working on way higher level things and just like, hey, let's just start a business and try to make some money.
It's crazy.
And now I feel in the next few years, like, and this sounds super crazy, like, but I think we can run any business we want, as we develop our skills in the next few years here.
I agree. Yeah, it's kind of insane that I'm not wildly proud of the gym, but it's kind of insane that I'm able to work with you full time and I have a business paying Long Island rent that's making money. Not a ton of money, but it's paying Long Island rent and whatever expenses I have, and it's getting by.
Sure.
And I'm not there that much. That's absolutely insane.
For sure.
I couldn't do that without the apps.
And also, the value that you added here are things that you learned through.
Yes, 100%.
Like pushing so hard in the gym and like trying to figure out why it's not working and trying to figure out like what am I doing wrong? Like what can I do better? So that stuff, it's working for you for sure. But as you implement it here,
I don't think you would have saw the value in me. I don't think I would have had the value for you if I didn't drive in the gym.
I would have ran out of doors at the squeaking facility. You know what I mean?
Well, I would have been breaking doors behind your back.
So now it's it all had to happen to be, like you said, the butterfly.
It's crazy.
It all had to happen to be where we are today. And then like we'll see where we go from here. But I'm like super high on what's going to come in the next coming years. And could you imagine just compiling the work we do week to week for the next 3 to 5 years? It's going to be nuts.
I hope you're right because I have always been someone who like shoots very low, undersells myself, but there is a small part of me that wouldn't tell anyone this. There's a very small part of me that if everything hits, I would love my wife not to have to work. I don't know if it's possible, but it is what it is. It's there.
I think we ended on that.
There it is.
There it is.